Hi guys, thanks for tuning into Ricky's New Hat. I am Ricky and baka nagtataka kayo kung ano tong nakaharang sa aking harapan. It's another camera because as I've mentioned in my previous video, I will be featuring this device that I'm using right now, the Loupedeck Live. Let's get started. We're on a road to nowhere. So ano ba tong Loupedeck Live na to? Ito ay device that's designed for content creators and streamers. So ako, hindi pa naman ako streamer. No? I don't do live streaming, but I do recording naman of my videos. And that's where the Loupedeck Live comes in. So itong device na to ay kumbaga controller to na mga application mo. It's intended to hold all your shortcuts na ginagamit mo kadalasan sa iyong mga applications. Like when I demoed this in my last video, I used this to control my recording app, which is the Logitech Capture. And these buttons, they control kung ano yung mga angles or yung mga camera settings na ginagamit ko. So, for example, right now, itong nakikita ninyo na meron akong inset dito sa aking harapan o sa gilid ko, this is the scene 3. So, scene 2 is for ito nga camera that's focused on me. And then scene 1, ito nga camera na nasa harapan ko. Itong camera na to, this is plugged in scene 1, which is nakafocus naman sa Loupedeck. So, I can do variations of scenes kung ano yung gusto kong i-focus at the time. So, for example, now, I have this focus on my Loupedeck Live. So, ganito kaliit lang siya, around 6, I don't know if this is around 6 inches wide. So, manipis lang ang Loupedeck na to. Mas makapal lang sa cellphone ninyo, no? Para kasing kapal siguro ng tablet or baka mas makapal pa ng konti, no? And lahat ng mga buttons na nakikita nyo dito are all customizable. Ito mga to. And then when I switch to the buttons na ginagamit ko for my Photoshop, so ito yung mga buttons. And pwede siyang i-swipe actually. Yan, across. Although ito, may mga harang to na plastic, parang may plastic frame to, masuswipe mo pa rin siya across. And ito mga knobs are used para, for zooming, for minsan yung mga volume sa Windows. Yan. So, iba-ibang function ito mga to. And pwede rin ito mga push button. Napipindot din ito mga to. Yan, kung gusto mong i-reset or what. And then ito mga to, pwede rin mag-customize ng mga functions dito kung anong work space ang gagamitin mo. Tulad ng sinample ko kanina, I'm using this button for different functions. Pero nasa Photoshop ako, I assign button number 4 para bumalik sa function ng aking recording app. So, which is the Logitech Capture. So, babalik ako doon para while I'm in Photoshop, pwede kong baguhin kung anong scene ang gusto kong ipakita. For example, ito. Split screen, baliktad, ng ganyan. And then, insert, solo, and then solo. So, the reason why I purchased this device is makakatulong talaga sa akin to in terms of productivity. Hindi ko na kailangang mag-reach out sa aking keyboard, which is andito yung aking laptop. Malayo, no? And then, although I have this naman for my Wacom tablet, hindi ko pa na-try actually kung gagana to sa aking Logitech Capture. Ito kasing Loupedeck, you can program as many buttons as you want. Napakarami maipoprogram sa kanya. Whereas, ito, you have only 17 keys. So, malaking tulong to. Kung kukulangin ng function nito para sa akin, I can have my Loupedeck to assist me on this. So, ang naging challenge ko lang dito sa Loupedeck na to is if I'm using my tablet right here, kung saan ko siya ipupwesto. So, right now, nandito siya sa aking gilid, no, in front of the laptop. Gusto ko mang ilagay siya dito sa ibabaw ng aking tablet, kahanay ng aking Express remote keys, maharangan naman yung part ng aking screen. So, that's why nilagay ko lang siya dito sa ibaba. Alright? So, in this video, I'm going to demo how this device will help me in accessing yung mga functions na kailangan ko sa aking Photoshop. So, right now, we will switch to the display, the tablet. Ayan. So, I'm going to show this to you habang ginagamit ko siya with Photoshop para makita nyo kung paano siya nakakatulong in terms of productivity. Minsan nga yung mouse di mo na kailangan, pero for me, gagamitin ko pa rin yung mouse. Pero the keyboard, I won't have to reach to my keyboard na. So just to give you a demonstration kung paano ko siya gagamitin for Photoshop, I have all the functions that I need sa Photoshop. Although ito naman si Loupedeck Live, they already have a preset ng Photoshop functions. Pero some of them I don't use that often. Kaya nag-customize ako ng sarili kong mga set of keys na gagamitin ko while I'm doing illustration sa aking tablet. Now, I have here, ito yung mga basic keys na ginagamit ko or yung mga tools na ginagamit ko while I'm using Photoshop. Ito mga nasa gilid na to. Ayan, if you will look at the Photoshop interface, itong tools na ginagalaw ko ngayon, ito yung mga inassign ko dito sa screen na to. Alright? So, at least most of them, no, yung mga madalas kong gamitin. For example, this is the brush key. Ito. So, it activates the brush that I use sa Photoshop. And this is the eraser key. So, ito naman yung bubura. And then, etong knob na to, yung naka-assign na dial dito sa aking brush size. Very responsive naman kung ipapahid mo na or pagkagagawa ka na ng stroke. So ganun kadali, no? And then if I'm going to enter a text sa aking ginagawa, nag-assign din ako ng escape button dito. I think this is it. Ayan, escape button para kung gusto kong umexit sa text function. And then I also have my lasso tool. Kung meron akong i-select na area, for example, yan, gusto kong i-delete. And then I will deselect this one. Ayun, deselect. I also have my paint bucket tool. So kung gusto kong lagyan ng kulay. And then meron din akong undo button. I also assign, zoom in, zoom out. Itong knob na to, I use this for zooming in and zooming out. And then meron dito akong button dito to flip the canvas. So this is the page assigned for my usual tools na ginagamit. And then for the other tools, ito, this is the blur tool, and then this is the burn tool, and then this is the dodge tool, and then I also have the sharpen tool. Hindi natin makikita pag ginamit ko ngayon. The smudge tool, and then the rotate, the spot healing tool, and then the crop tool pagka gusto kong i-resize ang aking canvas like that, and then the magic wand tool, and then all other tools like magdadagdag ako ng bagong layer, and then pagka meron akong i-delete na layer, delete layer, delete layer, delete layer. So ang laking bagay, no? For example, nagde-demo ako ngayon, ganyan. So instead na dinidelete itong dinodrawing ko, I can just delete the layer and add a new layer. So ganun kadali lang. Dati kasi sineselect ko pa, dinidelete ko pa yung mismong drawing. So ngayon pwede ko lang i-delete yung buong layer at a touch of a button and then add a new layer. Kasi if you're not using shortcut keys, ang long cut is for you to add a layer is either pupunta ka dito sa layer menu, ayan, new layer, yan yung, tapos lalabas pa yung ganyan, i-okay mo pa bago ka makadagdag ng layer, or yung plus button dito sa lower right corner, pagka pinress mo yung plus button, magdadagdag ka ng layer. Yun yung pinaka-shortcut nito. So ngayon, pag magdi-delete naman ako ng layer, when I press the delete button, tatanungin ka pa to confirm kung di-delete mo na talaga. So yes. Or another shortcut for that is idadrag mo yung layer doon sa trash can para wala nang tanong-tanong. But for this one, i-press ko na lang yung delete layer, madi-delete na siya. And then yung iba, mga assign clipping mask, so all the other things that I use in Photoshop, nandito na. Ang problema ko lang, sana ma-resolve ng Loupedeck yung issue na to. Pagdating sa Photoshop kasi, dito sa aking Express remote key na kasama sa tablet, I can rotate the canvas using this button. Ayan. See? Ngayon, dito sa Loupedeck, ito yung knob na inassign ko for the rotate canvas, but it doesn't really work. Ayan, gumaganyan-ganyan lang siya. Para nagiging zoom lang. So, I guess it's a bug. Kita nyo, nagre-read pa siya ng ganun. No? So, yun lang ang problema ko. Ayaw gumana yung rotate canvas dito sa Loupedeck. Kaya, gagamitin ko pa rin to. Although, ako naman, dito ko inassign din naman yung rotate canvas ko. When I press this button, I can manually rotate yung canvas nito. Yan. So, I'm rotating the canvas with my pen. So, wala naman problema masyado. It's not much of an issue para sa akin. Okay lang yon. And then, ang gustong-gusto ko pa dito is, if I draw, merong silang program na that can control yung opacity ng layer. Ayan, no. Kung titingnan nyo yung nasa kanan na layer panel, kung pa-follow nyo yung arrow, yung cursor ko, ito yan itong 100%, 82, bumaba na yan, yung opacity ng layer na yan. Ginagamit ko kasi yun pagka nagagawa ako ng sketch. When I do my initial sketch, babawasan ko yung opacity ng layer, and I will add another layer, and I will sketch over the first sketch. So, ito, with the turning off the knob, nababawasan ko na yung opacity ng layer. Hindi ko na kailangan i-access yung panel dito at i-drag pa itong slider na to. So, ang laking bagay nito sa akin. And then, yan, yung brightness, contrast, vibrance, hue, saturation. It is very helpful. For example, if I will open a file, yan, for example, itong picture na to, pwede kong i-adjust yung brightness, contrast with a... Wala na akong binubuksan na menu dito sa Photoshop. Vibrance. Ayan. Yung hue, pwede kong baguhin. Saturation, the lightness, the darkness, the saturation. Ayan, no? So, ang laking bagay. So, instead of accessing yung image menu, papasok pa ako sa brightness and contrast. Ito, hindi na ako papasok dyan. Brightness and contrast, ano pa yung mga adjustments, levels, curves, exposure, vibrance. Ayun, vibrance, ito rin yan Ito rin yan Andito na siya, naka-assign na siya dito. So, that's how awesome Loupedeck Live is. Alright? So, yan ang tulong niya sa akin. That's why I really like this piece of equipment, itong Loupedeck Live. Oh, by the way, I'm not sponsored in any way ng Loupedeck, no? Ako'y tuwan-tuwa lang sa device na to. If you want to find out more about Loupedeck, you can visit their website. Ito ang third generation na Loupedeck, which is ito na yung pinakamaliit na version ng Loupedeck at ito na yung pinaka-affordable na version. So, if you want to find out how much this is, hanapin nyo lang po sa Lazada kung magkano ito. So, ngayon, ang gagawin natin, tayo ay magde-demo ng illustration gamit ang ating Loupedeck Live. Okay, so tapos na tayo sa line art. Thoughts so far sa paggamit nitong Loupedeck Live sa Photoshop. Karamihan naman sa mga tools na inassign ko dito sa Loupedeck Live, very responsive naman, like the brush, the eraser, no? I have some issues lang sa paint bucket tool, yung huling ginamit ko to color the light blue here. Nagre-read pa siya, which doesn't happen, no? Pagka yung ito ginagamit ko, yung Expresskey ng Wacom. I don't know if may issue to with Loupedeck, pero yun yung naging na-encounter ko so far, no, as to the use of the device dito sa Photoshop. hirap lang ako sa pag-access nito kasi sanay akong nakapatong yung kamay ko dito eh. Kaya nasaksakin tong Express Remote. So, ituloy natin ngayon yung ating illustration. This time, kukulayan na natin. Still using the Loupedeck Live. Okay, so I'm experiencing some lag dito sa aking laptop while using Photoshop, especially pag gumamit ako ng malaking brush na. By the way, I'm using Photoshop 2021, the version 22, no? Because buti naalala ko sabihin, if you are using the latest software ng Loupedeck, you need to use Photoshop version 22, which is the Photoshop 2021. Otherwise, hindi mo magagamit yung Loupedeck for Photoshop. If you are using an older version of Photoshop, magda-download ka ng older version ng software ng Loupedeck, which can be found sa kanilang website. Yan, buti naalala ko. So ngayon, I'm trying to free up some memory. Apparently na ngayon my laptop is using up 93% of its memory. I just don't know why. Hindi naman ganun kalaki ang kinakain ng Loupedeck. Wala naman ako ibang nakabukas na application except for Photoshop. I don't know if this is a version thing or what. Pero my laptop is built for performance talaga. I don't know why it's reacting this way as I'm using it. I-check ko na lang kung ano yung kailangan kong gawin for this. So, yun lang, sinabi ko lang. Okay, alam ko na kung bakit naglalag, no? For some reason, na-set yung size nitong canvas ko, na-set siya to 114 inches by 114 inches. Kaya ganun, napakalaki ng canvas ko. Hindi ko alam kung ba't naging 114 inches while I made the new canvas. Ewan ko kung ano yung naklik ko kanina habang nag-open ako, no? So, yun yung dahilan. Masyadong malaki yung file, no? Kita na yung image size is 3.28 gigabytes. So, ngayon, ang fear ko, pagka binabaan ko yung size nito, yung resolution ng aking, mababawasan yung quality ng aking illustration. So, tingnan nga natin kung ano mangyayari. So, sabihin natin kahit i-20 inches natin siguro. I-20 inches natin. Ayan, tingnan natin ano na mangyayari, ha. Kaya pala naglalag. Napakalaki pala ng file. So, pagka ganito nangyari at pumangit yung resolution dahil binabaan ko yung size, sige, we'll see. I guess mag-take 2 ako for this. Ay, nako. Ayan na. So, lumiit po. So, tingnan natin ngayon kung anong itsura. Okay. So, pwede naman. Pwede pa. Okay, we're good. So, tuloy natin ngayon ang pagkukulay. So, tuloy ang ligaya mga kapatid. Ayan o. Ayan o. Di real time na ako ulit. So, natapos din. Akala ko magtatagal ako, no? Magandang experience tong Loupedeck Live for me. No? Swak na swak pagdating sa functions, even adding layers, merging layers, the opacity of the layers, yung control noon. I'm almost satisfied sa performance nitong device na to, apart from the problem doon sa canvas rotation, which is not much of an issue for me. I hope ma-resolve lang ng Loupedeck yung mga issues pa niya, which I believe they will, no? Through a firmware update. What can I say? Speed of my process, okay naman, kaya lang nahihirapan ako yung, siyempre hindi pa ako sanay, tingin pa rin ako dito sa may pads, kasi nga siya parang screen siya so hindi katulad nito na physical buttons talaga. So more or less nakakapamo kung nasaan yung buttons ng mga nakasanayan mo. So I guess sanayan pa rin, no? Ang sa akin lang is, ang kagandahan nito, I can also use this for video editing. Pwede ko siyang gamitin for Adobe Premiere Pro. Nasubukan ko nang gamitin siya actually for editing, yung jog wheels and the zoom, lahat gumagana. So mas madali mag-edit ngayon. Ang kasi is maiwasan yung masyado kung mahawak sa mouse, kasi nga baka magkaroon ng carpal tunnel or what. So ang laking bagay nito when it's just the press of a button instead of reaching out for the keyboard or the mouse, pipindutin mo na lang dito. So nung una ganito ginagawa ko, sinasabi ko dito sa tablet, kaya lang may natatakpan siyang portion dito sa taas. Okay na rin siguro kung nasa baba itong Loupedeck. So it's been a while since I did my last digital art piece, no? Kaya medyo nangangapa pa rin ako ulit, no? Ang hirap pag matagal mong hindi nahawakan tong stylus, nakahangalay din sa daliri, pero it's very refreshing to be once again doing digital art, kasi medyo nahumaling ako ng konti sa pencil lately, and I've been doing a lot of traditional art kasi na-miss ko rin naman. I hope you liked the illustration, and I hope nakatulong naman yung insights ko about the technology that we can use nowadays, no, pagdating sa art, and namamatay na yung mga ilaw sa media and all those things, no. Marami kasing available dyan na makakatulong sa iyo in terms of productivity and creativity, all those things. So I'm just letting everyone know what's out there. For those who are interested in gustong magkaroon din ng Loupedeck, you can just research this. Maraming review to sa YouTube. So on my part naman, for my channel, I just want to share with you kung what's going on with technology nowadays. Okay? So till then, maraming salamat for joining me today, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Till then, keep on drawing and enjoy the rest of the week. Salamat po.